job at IKEA to follow her inner voice with a big dream in mind, creating a multinational concept in love. Now, 10 years later, she helps, inspires, and encourages women to grow in love, growing in love with yourself, with others, and with the universe. She does this by offering intense online programs for women. Her company, which I'm going to mispronounce very badly, Rowen, did I say it even correctly? Partially correctly? No. Okay, is means women with courage. So that's what we are hoping here, that that by the end of this journey you'll have a little bit better understanding of love, and we will have actually experienced some courage also. Jalpa. Jalpa is a good friend and has been with Sipping Thoughts since we have started. She wears many hats and she enjoys a multidimensional journey. She's a businesswoman, a farmer, an artist, a curator, and a social worker. She is one of the handful of Reconnective healing foundational practitioners in India. She founded the Cosmic Heart Gallery, a space dedicated to offering exquisite art collections. She's also the vice president of the Western India Floriculture Association. As a philanthropist, she works closely with the BPW International, the largest organization in the world empowering women, and the NGO Humans for Humanity as their state director. Recently, Jalpa was recognized with the Women Empowerment Principles Leadership Award by Asia One 2020-21 and the United Nations Development Corporation. So welcome, Jalpa. Welcome, Esmeralda. We're so excited to have you here. And before I turn it over to you, I know some burning questions that are going on in my head. The first one, of course, to Jalpa. Jalpa, what is reconnective healing?
Well, thank you for that warm introduction. And I'd also like to, welcome Alexia Chellan, who's joined us all the way from London today. Who's done the beautiful film for the exhibition and yes, for the film as well. So reconnective healing, Sukiti, is one of the most dynamic areas of energy healthcare in the world. It's quite simply a gateway to accelerated life progress. So there's a new bandwidth of frequencies which is available on the planet for the first time. And when they entrain our system, it is proven by science that our cells start emitting higher and more coherent levels of biophotonic light. So the reconnective healing is actually proven to restructure our DNA. It's very new age. It consists of energy, light, and information. What's beautiful is that it transcends techniques. There is no technique. And it actually enables us to reconnect to the full potential of who we are, reconnect to the people around us, the planet Earth, and the universe at large. So there's a parallel if you look at it with the seminar. And distance healings are also possible. So it's truly a healing designed by the intelligence of the universe and a human upgrades of sorts.
Oh, fantastic. Esmeralda, uh, welcome to Sipping Thoughts. I think you're on mute, Esmeralda. I would love for you to unmute yourself. And I want to ask you, first of all, how to correctly pronounce Women of Courage. And then, what is your goal with Women of Courage?
To pronounce it in the direct way, it's in Dutch. It is vrouwen met lef. And vrouwen is the Dutch word for women. And lef is the Dutch word for courage. And actually my intention to, with my company, Vrouwen met Lef, is to inspire and encourage, actually, that's the most important thing, women to grow in love. And I had a dream, you told it, when I started 10 years ago with knowing that love will be my path and I want to work with this theme of love, I had a dream like building a multinational in love. And yeah, that is actually what I'm doing now. And I'm having intense programs online with women. Also, I do offline activities for women. And now I feel the last year it's really growing and growing. So I feel that I am at the beginning of a really big dream.
Wow, fantastic. Welcome. Jalpa, over to you. And I'm dying, and I know everybody's dying. What is understanding love?
Well, thank you, Sukirti. First I'd like to say that it gives me great joy to be part of this unique webinar, which celebrates the theme of love and truly understanding what it means to us. I'm filled with gratitude towards Sipping Thoughts, Humans for Humanity, Esmeralda, Sandra, Alexia, to bring this event to fruition. I'd also like to thank everyone present here today for taking that first step into our world of love, joy, art, and togetherness. Love is, quite simply, our natural state of being. We sometimes forget this, and we mask our true natures that are capable of unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. To let our hearts lead us in life, to become aware of our own unique ability to love, is a task that can be made effortless if only we choose the way that makes us let go of the things which hold us back. So, today, with this trilogue, we will explore what love means to us, Esmeralda's journey, of course, and how we can tap into our own innate ability to love and practice being love. In this conversation, we will touch upon the importance of embracing love and the act of letting go to realize our magnificence and move forward with the belief that love is for everyone. This journey, my friends, starts from within. By choosing love, we can create a space of well being within us, but we must truly believe that we are worthy of being loved. How far can you go for love? This is a question that has been asked and left unanswered for time immemorial. The only answer which comes to my mind and heart is as far as it takes. So, on that note, I'm going to invite you to, unleash the power of love within you, follow the intelligence of the heart, and bring about a change in your life. Esmeralda, I'd love for you to share what led you to embark on this journey of love and what was your first step?
It's a kind of difficult question because I have actually two really moments in my life that are really life-changing for me. And I'll tell them shortly to you. And the first was in 2008 when I had a flu. So I was completely sick. And then the stillness came into my life and in my body. I couldn't do anything for like 6 days. And at the end of these 6 days, I was sitting in front of the fire. And I call it like an epiphany. It was the first time I experienced something like this, but it felt like an epiphany that there was an inner voice, a soft but 100% transparent, clear voice saying to me, Esmeralda, you have to go your own path. And I really didn't know what that path should be, but I realized that I had to break up my marriage to follow my own path. So that is actually what I did after this first epiphany. And a little bit more than 1 year later, it was January 2010, I was reading a book, and the book was very important to me. I was reading it for the second time. I never reading books second times, but I did, and it was the New Earth of Eckhart Tolle. And when I read this book for the second time on a Sunday evening, I know exactly the date. It was on the 17th of January, almost exactly 11 years ago. And I was reading the last 2 chapters, and then I realized again, I have to do something different. I was working for IKEA and I had a great job.
Yes.
But at that moment, there was this inner voice again. Esmeralda, you have to go your own way. And between these 2 epiphanies, I was realizing that there were only actually 2 choices in life. Choosing love or choosing fear. That was actually what Eckhart Tolle taught me when I was reading his book for the first time. And I started realizing, okay, I can choose love or can choose fear all the time. Every moment of my life, I have a choice.
Yes.
So when I decided to quit my job, I told people, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to follow my path of love. I don't know where it leads to. I don't know where it ends, but my dream is to create this multinational in love. Yeah. So these 2 moments, they changed everything in my life.
That's beautiful. And Esmeralda, once you started, following your heart, and following your instincts, the whispers of the soul, what changed within you?
You told about in your introduction about letting go. What really changed is an unbelievable strong trust in myself, and not only in myself, but also in other people and also in the universe. So the trust in life on all the 3 levels was growing and growing, and following the impulse of the heart and of the impulse of the heart and choosing love all the time gave me trust. And the trust was that the universe or the bigger energy is working for you.
Yes.
As soon as you start choosing love, the universe is working for you.
True.
And I had like 100, maybe 1,000 experiences and examples to explain that to me. It's amazing. But you have to trust. So when you start trust yourself, you can start choosing love, and then you find out and you will experience, because it is a universal law, that the universe will work for you.
That's interesting. You know,
Yeah.
what next question to you was, how would you describe the relationship of love and trust? Because I've also always experienced that when we are in the field of love, there's an inner knowing, and there's a flow, and there's a surrender. So I think you've
Yeah.
beautifully already kind of answered that. And would you like to add something to that? So I think there's a strong relationship between love and trust, right?
Definitely. I think you can't trust without love, and you can't love without trust. It is almost a symbiotic togetherness with love and trust. And
Yes.
I think it started with trusting myself. And then if you have trust in yourself, you have the courage to choose love in your own life. So and maybe we come in discuss it later, Jalpa, about to make that practical. But if you choose love, it's nothing more than being faithful to yourself. So do things that makes you happy. Do things that gives you energy. And you have to start asking questions to yourself.
Yes.
So love and trust are really, really connected. Yes.
That's true. Yes. And you know, Esmeralda, when I watched the film, there's a beautiful heart pendant in the film. And you know, I felt like it's almost speaking to me. It exudes love. Is it something special for you? Maybe a prized possession from a loved one?
No, it is a special heart, yes. So that is the first answer. Yes, it's a very special heart,
Okay.
but it was not a gift from somebody else. But I will tell you the story about the heart. It's not around my neck anymore, because it's somewhere else, and I will explain that. But when I had this incredible idea to walk this Jerusalem way, 5,000 k's to Jerusalem, I thought, and I knew that love would be the theme of this whole path. So I thought, oh, it would be nice. I had an impulse. It would be nice if I buy a necklace with a heart, and then I carry it with me. And when I have to stop the first leg, then I leave the heart at the place where I have to leave. And then the next year, I was walking it in 7 years. So the next year, I'm coming back at that place, pick up my heart, put it around my neck, and start walking again. So that was the idea.
Wow.
And 3 days before I left, I found in a shop this beautiful rose quartz heart, and it was really heavy. But I thought, and it was made for a necklace, so I bought it. It was 10 euros. I bought it and I put it around my neck. And I promised myself what I did, or I did what I promised myself. So I left it at least at 7 guardian. Heart guardians. I call them heart guardians. So when I had to stop this part, I cut off the necklace, and then I left my stone with somebody. And then a year later, I came back, and then we had a connection with that person, and then put the necklace around my neck. And so I walked for 7 times.
Wow.
And I left it all the time. And it forced me to come back to the place I was actually left the last year. Okay. So, yes.
So I'm sure a lot of you have already watched the beautiful film, A Million Steps for Love, and seen the virtual audio visual exhibition. But for those of you who are just joining us today, you know, from 2014 to 20, Esmeralda walked from Finisterre to Jerusalem. And that time she covered a distance of 5,000 kilometers, which was spread over 7 stages, all dedicated to the theme of love. So Esmeralda, what does walking represent to you? Why did you choose walking?
The first time I started, like, you have to know, Jalpa, that I didn't understand 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I didn't know what walking was. Walking, well, what I didn't understand that. And then I found out one day, I started walking, and I felt, it's giving me energy when I do a walk for 2 or 3 hours. And then I started, when I got divorced, I first went walking in the Netherlands. And then I saw a program about the Santiago de Compostela. And at that time, I realized, oh, I really want to do that. So in 2013, I started walking to Santiago de Compostela. And on that very first day, because that was really the change, I always thought, oh, I like walking. But then on that very first day, starting from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, I felt, wow, I'm a pilgrim. Wow, this is different. Yes. And for me, there is a definition. I created my own definition of being a pilgrim. And it is someone who becomes really happy from the soul, yes, by walking the world by foot. And walking makes me grounded. It makes me connected to myself. Every time when I do just a walk for an hour or 2 hours, yes, I think walking actually is the best medicine for self-love and for consciousness and for connecting with yourself. Start walking. I really, really discovered that. Yes.
It's also symbolic of moving forward. That's beautiful. Lovely. And Esmeralda, can you share with us your definition of love, quite simply?
Oh, I always say, if I have to define love, is being faithful to yourself. Okay. Yeah, that is my definition I use. Yeah, being faithful to yourself, and also being faithful to yourself in connection with others. Okay. And also being faithful with yourself in connection with the universe.
Lovely. Okay. And how can we practice love? How can we practice love?
Yeah, what I said, like we can practice love to make it also practical. And that is start asking yourself the questions. What makes me happy? What gives me energy? Which people do I like, and can I laugh with, and they creating a high energy. Asking yourself, is this job what I really want to do? What do I want to do in my spare time? All these kind of practical questions, and then try to find the answer. Your heart knows the answer. Your heart knows what you can do to be faithful to yourself, and then you have to be very, very honest. And I think that is a difficult part to practice love, because practicing love asks from us to be radical honest to ourselves. And we actually are learned to not always be very honest to ourselves, because then we think, oh, we can hurt people, or, oh, my mom is not liking this, or my husband, or my children. But it is really about asking yourself, what makes me happy?
Yes, true. And discovering that.
Yes. And of course, it's a whole discovery. It's a journey. It's not like that everything is clear in right away. 10 years ago, when I quit my job and started walking this path, nothing was clear. It was a totally unclear path. And now, 10 years later, by choosing love every day saying to myself, okay, what do I want? What do I like? What is the impulse of my heart telling me? Yes. And just having the courage to follow these impulses. You have, every day there are impulses from your heart telling you what kind of direction you want to go. But then you have to have the courage to put that impulse into action.
True. Lovely.
Yes.
So it starts with self, right?
Say it again, Jalpa.
The journey starts, by going within and with self-love.
Yes, of course. Yes, self-love is the fundament. So yes. if you know that on the point of self-love you have work to do, start to do this work, because it's the base, it's the fundament for the path of love. And that's actually what I did 10 years every day. Okay, what do I feel? Okay, I feel to go this direction or that, and every day the life is inviting you every day to make choices. Every day, every moment of the day.
Yeah, conscious choices. Lovely.
And Jalpa, even when you make it really practical, then it's ask, what do you want to have for food today? What in these small questions, it is also, What do I want? What kind of food do I want? What do I want to do today? Do I want to go exercise or painting or cooking or working? Ask yourself every moment, what does love want to do for me?
That's true. That's lovely. And can you give the lovely ladies who are with us today some tips on being love? Being love.
If you want to go into the space of love and you want to hear the voice of your heart, then you have to create space. Actually, that is always what I say to people: create space in your life. If you have a head full of things and your mind is always busy, you can't hear the voice of your heart. So create space, and it's quite literally. If you are really busy with all times friends and working, there is no space to feel it. So that is actually one. And another one for me is if you want to follow the path of life, you have to stretch yourself. So in stretching yourself in your comfort zone, you have simply said, live your life as dangerous as possible. And I don't mean that you have to jump from an airplane without a parachute and not even jump out of the plane with a parachute, but you have to stretch your comfort zone. So do things, that you think, oh no, I'm a bit scared, but do it. And then you stretch your comfort zone. And if you stretch your comfort zone, you will get more confident about yourself. And then you can get more confident with others and get more confident with the world. And then you are growing in love. Yes.
That's beautiful. So, I could say, Esmeralda, that we've witnessed the power of following our passions, of resting in our being. And love truly transcends every emotion. What we've seen is life takes care of life. All we need to do is step out of the way. These are very simple yet profound truths. And the way instinct, whispers of the soul, guide us to be on the right path is beautiful. There are so many synchronicities, as we can hear Esmeralda share, and how one feels at home, even in the unknown. I remember, Esmeralda, you had shared that when you were on this journey, you used to initially wonder about where you're going to camp, remember, at night.
Yeah.
Right? Would you like to share that with the audience?
Yes, this is really about get trust in the universe, because on the second year, I started to walk with a tent in my backpack. So I wanted to stay in nature and in wildlife, but in nature and not on a camping site. But on the first day, I really can remember that as the day of yesterday, that, oh my gosh, where can I sleep? Do I find a place? Will I find a good place? And I was busy all day with this moment in the future at the night. Could I find a place for my tent? And then, of course, I found a place. Next day again, and this schedule repeated every day. At a certain point, then I thought, okay, why should I worry about a place for my tent? Because when I look back, I found every night a place for my tent. So stop worrying, enjoy the moment. So from that moment on, I was just not worrying about that moment in the evening to find a place with my tent, but trust the universe. You found it. You experienced it for 3 weeks, so trust it. And then I start trusting. And like I spent 100 nights in nature and never a problem. I always found a good, safe place for me, good area, good whatever. And sometimes I had to ask a farmer, can I stay on this land? And they always said, of course you can. Please set your tent here. And then I really could enjoy my day trip much more, because I stopped worrying about the evening, and I trusted the universe, and the universe never disappointed me with this. Never.
And you started trusting people also. You said so many people would feed you, you had so much of joy and sharing in allowing that.
It is. And it is, when you walk the world by foot and you have a problem, people are helping you. I got lost a few times. I really lost, like that. I was crying like, oh, I really don't know where I am. And then I found a road and I started hitchhiking, and it only took one or two cars. Then the first or the second car stopped and they helped me. It was not that I was there crying and then waiting for 10 hours to find a hitchhike. No, it was the first or the second car. And so you get trust in people because people are helping you when you are in trouble. That is my experience.
Yes. And I'd like all the people today who are with us in this circle of love, in this audience, I would actually call it a trilogue, to actually look at Esmeralda's journey as symbolic. It could be life itself. This is all just symbolic.
Mhm.
So if we allow life to unfold, to present itself, and experience the magic of it, if we can treat every opportunity as a gift, we will learn to create experiences that last a lifetime and a space of well-being and love and trust inside and outside us. The only path to embark on is to go on a journey of self love and self discovery and find out what feeds your soul. The key lies within. It's only a matter of taking the first step to experience the transformative powers of love and joy. We must first find out, like Esmeralda also shared, and accept what holds us back, give it love, and then let it go. That's the very essence of the way of love. Creating space is beautiful because when we allow a spring cleaning in our life, we simply pave the way to move forward and create fresh, beautiful realities. The journey of understanding and being loved brings in freedom and empowerment in everyone's lives. It emanates joy at every step, and then we become like the expanse of the sky when we are immersed in this field of the love, witnessing and untouched by the clouds, by the sunlight, by the rain passing by. So now let's journey to this field of love together. And I'm going to invite all of you to join Esmeralda and me as we guide you through simple practices that will unfold the path of love within you. You will now hear a beautiful song by Alexia Challen, who's also with us. The Power is Here Now. It has been recorded entirely in 432 hertz frequency, which is said to be mathematically resonant with the patterns of the universe. So, this music adds the perfect touch of magic and nurtures a state of love and healing. Rohit, may I request you to play this for the audience? And I'm going to invite this beautiful audience to now journey with us to this field of love. And for that, all I need you to do is close your eyes. As this music calms you down, we will lead you into a deep meditation. You and I are designed to do what we are about to do next. We are wired to do this. This is where we find our power.
The
This
power
is
of
where
love is
we
here
find
now.
our ability to
Power of
regulate our
now
own
is
health,
here now.
our psychology,
Power
our
of you,
feelings, and
me is
immune system.
here to create magic on
Are you
earth.
willing to accept your
Power
true
of
path?
love is here
I'm
now.
going to share three very simple
Power of
steps that
now is
we will do
here
together.
now. The power of
One of
you,
the things that
me is
scientists have
here to
found
create
is that around
magic
every
on
human heart
earth.
is a field of energy which extends beyond the human heart. Science has shown that the electromagnetic field of the human heart extends infinite on the quantum level. We have over 200 people here, and right now we share one heart field that extends far beyond us. So, the first thing I'm going to invite you to do is to shift your awareness from your mind into your heart.
Let the water
This
wash
meditation seems the
away
hardest part of the
your
exercise,
tears.
but it isn't really. We are so used to being
Let
in
the
our mind
fire
that
burn
we often wonder
away your
what it is like to be in our hearts.
fears.
If you can
Let
touch
the
your
wind
heart
blow
center
into
in a
your
way
life
that feels
such
safe,
faith and trust. Oh,
your
let
mind
the
will go to a
earth
place
hold
where
you,
you feel the sensation,
take care of
where
you,
you feel the touch.
nurture you.
So I invite
Oh,
all of you
power of
to touch your
love is
heart
here now.
gently. This is the first step to help you get into your heart. The Mayans used to hold their hands. Buddhists put their hands together when they do this. And Hindus touching the heart center gently. For the second step, I'm going to invite you to slow your breathing a little bit. When you slow your breathing, you send a powerful message to your body. You tell your body that you are safe. You are in a safe place. And your body will begin to produce the chemistry for healing. So just allow your awareness to step into a place where you touch your heart and into your breathing. You are communicating with your body now without using words. You are telling your body you are safe. You are telling your body that you are willing to accept your power. The third step that I am going to invite you to do is to feel to the best of your ability. You choose the feeling. Scientists have found that if you find a feeling of gratitude, appreciation, care, or compassion for anything or anyone, a memory might spring up. I'd like to invite you to think of your pet, to think of your baby, to think of being in nature, anything which will evoke the feeling of care for anything or anyone, compassion for anything or anyone, or evoke gratitude or appreciation to the best of your ability. This feeling in your heart sends up 0.1 hertz signal to your brain and establishes the communication. And that's what establishes the connection and harmony of the heart and brain. We have simply explored the foundation of the science that leads us into our hearts. This is where you find your power. Since you are feeling on demand, you are not waiting for the world or someone to give you the reason for the feeling or to produce it for you. You are choosing to have the feeling to the best of your ability. Feel the feeling as if it were coming from a place where you are touching your heart. Simply focus on your heart. It is from this place, my friends, that you can create any reality. This is the place from which you access your subconscious. Listen to whispers of the soul. Feel the feeling. It's soft, it's gentle, it's alive. It's our inner being now.
And I suggest that we will listen to till the music fading away. And then I will ask you to, now you're here in the power of your heart, in this very precious moment, to feel the connection with your heart. And from this space, we are going to look with very soft and light eyes to 3 areas of love. We are going to discover the self-love, the together love, and the universal love. And listen to the music. It brings you deeper in the heart.
Let the wind blow into your life such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, and nurture you. Oh, the power of love is here now. The power of love.
And we're fading the music out. And we are coming with these soft eyes in the space of our heart. And I want you to look with your soft eyes to first the part of the self-love. And the part of the self-love is situation in the under part of your body where your first 3 chakras are. This part of the body represents the part of self-love. And maybe you can feel that in this part of your body, the energy is not fully flowing. Maybe you feel that on the part of self-love, you have some work to do. Are you comfortable in this part of your body? Or do you feel some distraction, some cramping, not relaxed? Look at your soft eyes to this area in your body and feel if this is the area where you should add love. And then I want you to ask to give your attention to the middle part of your body, with your 4th chakra, your heart and your throat are situated. And this is the area about the together love, the love with others. And if you feel with your soft eyes from the heart and you look in this area, maybe this is the area where you feel that the energy is not floating as you really want that it flows. And if so, just mention it in your mind. Oh yeah, this is the place I have to do some work. And then I want to ask you to go with your attention to your upper part of the body, to the head, where the 6th and the 7th chakras are situated. And ask yourself again with these soft eyes from the heart, from your heart where all the wisdom is. Do I need to add some love on this point of love, the universal love? Maybe you are not connected anymore with the bigger picture, with the source. Maybe you are not trusting the source anymore. And then you have some work to do when you feel that the energy is not flowing in this part of your body. So feel, that is the question I have to you. Feel in which part, representing self-love, the lower part of your body, representing together love, the middle part of your body, or representing the universal love, the upper part of your body. In which part is work to do? Where do you want to add more love? Do you want to add more love to yourself? Do you want to improve your own life, your self-love? And maybe you want to improve the love with others. Maybe you are not in a good relationship right now and you want to work on that. And you want to add in this relationship, add love in this relationship. Or maybe it's your connection with the source. So once you discovered where you want to improve yourself in growing in love, I have a next question for you. And the next question is, can you ask your heart for a practical first step you have to take action to grow in this love? What do you have to do to improve your self-love, or the together love, or the universal love? Which small action can you take today or tomorrow to make a first step to grow in love? Because everything begins with the first step. So if you want to improve the self-love, you have to make a first step. If you want to improve your relationships, you have to make a first step. And ask your heart, what is this first step? Make it concrete, make it practical, put it into action. Action which is filled with the energy of love. And once you can feel that and you know this concrete action, you have formulated it in your mind. Oh yes, that's what I have to do. Now I know my heart is telling what to do. My heart is telling what to do if I want to grow in love. And your heart knows the answer because your heart is connected to the source. And if you know this answer and you know the small step you are going to take to make your grow in love concrete and practical, then I want you to ask to breathe 3 times deeply in and deeply out. Again, deep in, deep out. Again, deep in, deep out. And I want you to come back in this space of the webinar, this international webinar, with people all around the world, and to open your eyes again. And then you see, I see beautiful Jalpa when I look to my screen and look at her beauty. You can see she's an angel. I can see she's an angel. So Jalpa, we are back now with you. Thank you.
I'm just reading some of the beautiful sharings actually. Like you said, we've got beautiful people from around the world in the circle of love today. And Pinella from Europe has written that never forget that we as women have special intelligence of the heart, which is so true, Pinella. Beautiful. And somebody's asked you, Esmeralda, about the book, the Eckhart Tolle book. I think it's New Earth,
My
right?
book. Sorry, my book you mean?
The Eckhart Tolle book which inspired you. There's some,
Yeah.
Yes, they would love to know the name. I think it's New Earth, right? The New Earth.
It's a new earth.
Okay, lovely. And Neeta, yes, lovely to have your definition of love. Neeta shares for her love is peace of mind and friendship. That's beautiful. And Monica shared something lovely that love is being in a harmonious state of being. Of course, of course. Hi, Maripine. Lovely to see you here as well. And I think a lot of people have appreciated you sharing the wisdom, behind walking. I think a lot of people will relate to that. And Sukirti says, love is a connection with the inner voice, believing in yourself, validating myself each day, and celebrating my each breath and heartbeat. Lovely. So, I'd like to open this circle. If anybody has a question for Esmeralda, then please do share it. Nice to see you here, Hira.
I'll start with a question. I think one of the ones that, because Esmeralda, you walked for 6 or 7 years, but you said you came back to the same spot. Why did you feel that you needed to walk for such a long journey? Was it to cover the 5,000 kilometers, or was it that that's how long you felt it would take to actually reach the path of love?
No, it went differently. Shall I tell the short story? Well, I told you about my pilgrimage to Santiago. That was in 2013. And on that very first day, I felt I am a pilgrim. So if you are a pilgrim, like I also felt that I am an Amazon, that is like a warrior of love. I felt I am a pilgrim. And if you are a pilgrim, you have to do something with that. And then 2 weeks later, I crossed the founders of the Jerusalem Way, not coincidentally, of course, and they gave me a brochure about the Jerusalem Way. And I thought, it's the way of love. I saw that on the brochure. And I was like, wow, I want to walk. Now I'm a pilgrim. I can do this walk. And then I said, okay, it's a ridiculous idea, but I'm going just to start. And I just started the next year. And I wanted to do in every year 1,500K. It's 7,500. So the plan was to do it in 5 years. but plans are always going different. So it didn't work out that day. And at a certain point, my true love came into my life, and I felt, okay, if I walk the other 2,500K as well, then I'm busy for another 7 years. And I felt that is not what life asking for me. So somebody is falling. Can you hear me? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely.
So that's actually what that's how it worked out. And then at the end, I had to make a decision. Okay, do I walk all the Ks or just the 5 I have? So I took my time. Okay, this is the time I have. Then I can walk around 5,000K, and that's actually what I did. So a whole part from Turkey and Greece I did by plane actually. So I didn't walk this path.
Dimple, I would invite you to ask your question. Go ahead, or your comment.
Yes. We have Bhagyashree, who's defined that love is the feeling of oneness with everyone and everything. Of course, that's beautiful.
Dimple wanted to speak. Go ahead, Dimple. I had asked you to unmute. I think a lot of people feel that they have a lot of work to do in all three areas. Go ahead, Dimple. No. No, I think Dimple and Miriam are both saying, what happens if you feel that there's work to do in all three areas?
Yes.
Then I have one suggestion. Start with self-love, because that is the fundamental part. So when you have a good fundament in self-love, it's easier to create a good connection with other people and create a good connection with the universe. So start with self-love. That is the most important. It's the basis. So yes.
And Alexia, we have a few people writing about, of course, about the music, that it's so soothing.
Go ahead, Dimple. We can't hear you. You might have to speak louder.
Try to unmute her.
Yeah. She is unmuted.
And it has been a lovely experience, and I believe in whatever you are saying, and I could feel that in all the three areas I need to work. So as suggested, the first thing is start with self-love. So what are the things that we can do to begin this journey? So if you could suggest, and the next steps in the other two areas also, that will be grateful. That will be really nice. I hope you are all able to hear me.
Dimple, you were a bit on the low side, but what I understand is you said that you had to do work in all three of the areas. If you can suggest how to start.
Yes, exactly. And also about the other two areas, how to work on those, beginning from self-love. Thank you
And
so
how
much.
to work on the other two areas also.
Thank you so much.
Did you get the question, Esmeralda?
No, it was not. I was not able to hear it. No.
The question, she said, okay, if you have to work to do, I think still some more clarity on how to start on the first, of course, which is the self-love, and then how to start working on the other two areas also.
And what is exactly the question?
That if you have work to do and you identify that, yes, you're lacking in self-love, probably together love and universal love. So in all three, how do you get started?
Yes. Say that I didn't get the question about it.
How to get started?
How to get started? Maybe a good way is to start asking for help. If you want to grow in love, it's not a thing you are doing by yourself alone. So ask people for help on all the levels. It's so when you know somebody who is good in self-love, just go and visit your friend and ask, how do you do that? Can you help me? So when I teach self-love to people, one of the first things I learn them to teach them is you have to learn to ask for help. And a lot of people, especially women, but also men, it's hard to ask for help. And then I give an assignment. So write a card to your husband and ask him for help. And if I ask them, just speak it out loudly, they always start crying because it is so difficult to ask for help. So if you don't know where to start, ask for help. That's actually a main thing. And then buy a book. Just there are so many self-help books about self-love. Just get inspired by books. Do a small online course to help you, because there's so many people like me. We are teachers and we are offering so much practical exercises to grow in love and become happier and all these kind of things. So you can make small steps, and there's a lot of things free offering in the world. So that is actually what I want to suggest. Just search on Google and just start and ask for help.
And if I can just add something to that, I think if your a very simple thing is start doing what makes you happy. Simple. Just start doing what makes you happy. And our bodies are very good barometers. They'll never lie. When you're doing something, when you're with someone, you're in a place, you'll know that you're feeling at peace, you're at ease, and that's a really good small step. And start doing small things out of your comfort zone. I think that really helps us to grow and evolve as well. I've seen Bhagyashree has her hand raised. Maybe we can unmute her for a question.
To unmute, Bhagyashree, go ahead. Please do unmute. And Miriam also had a question. So, my heart hurts during the meditation and it still does. What's happening?
What's happening is that her heart is hurted. So it hurts because your heart is hurted. There is trauma in the heart. And we have to realize, and that's also a difficult part of growing in love, you have to heal your traumas. That is a necessary part. And when your heart really hurts, your heart is just saying, there is trauma in my heart and I have to do something with it. Yes, you have to face the traumas in your body.
Yes.
Yes.
Miriam, go ahead. Did you want to add to that?
Only that I'm so grateful that I met Esmeralda. I know her personally. I was very glad to be here and learned a lot. And I will start with my heart. Be gentle to my heart. And then hopefully the trauma will go.
Lovely. And Marapine, thank you for sharing, and in this group and feeling safe to share that she's written that. Thank you for sharing about trust. And I didn't realize that I don't trust myself, and that's why I have difficulty in trusting others. So everything starts within. And she's written beautifully that I will start trusting myself. And I like the nexus shared about love and trust, because love is trust and trust is love. And that's where she's going to start. Thank you for sharing that.
Wow.
And Sonali, a lovely definition of love. Love is being true to yourself. That's so true. Discovering who you are and what makes you happy, and being in tune with the universe and to all beings. Thank you, Sonali.
So as always, we always run out of time and there's so many questions and so many thoughts. So Jalpa, from you and from Esmeralda, I would also like to take from Sandra and from also Alexia, any closing thoughts that all of you have that as you've been in this journey together. Go ahead. We'll start with Sandra. Sandra, would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was very, very happy to be able to join. It was a bit doubtful whether I could make it. And I'm very happy that I could join and see the beautiful connection. And it truly touches me between Jalpa and Esmeralda. And it's absolutely wonderful, Alexia, that you have been able to join as well. I have been very touched. Yeah, my heart is wide open because I'm exactly doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's why I'm in Ghana at the moment. It is just beautiful to feel that, yeah, that huge ambience of love. So I'm very, very happy that I could join.
So Bhagyashree has also asked a question, and I'd love for all of you to take it. I would like to know from our guest what one difference she noticed in her after completing the journey of love.
For me or for Esmeralda?
For Esmeralda, for Jalpa, for Alexia.
I missed the question, to be honest. So
She would like to know that the one difference that you noticed in yourself after completing the journey of love.
Oh, I have an answer. Oh, I'm touched as well. Since I arrived in Jerusalem, and it was like a metaphor for my own life, what really changed in my life that I felt and I went through the gate of the heaven on earth. That's actually, since I am back from Jerusalem, I live in this space that I feel that I reached the heaven on earth. And that is it. That was the result of 6-7 years of walking for me. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Alexia, we'd love to hear from you also.
Hi everyone, it's so wonderful to be here, and I feel so grateful that what flows through me through music is part of this. It feels like the music and the journey were kind of made for each other in a beautiful way, and yeah, it was really just such a joy to be part of this. And Sandra and Esmeralda, like I've seen the documentary so many times, it's absolutely stunning. And just, I love to be, it's so beautiful that everything that people create is coincides with each other, it merges with each other, and slowly we're kind of cooperating in such beautiful ways. And today hear more, you know, the love that we all naturally feel and we all express in different ways, and it's just so beautiful to be part of the growing expansion of this, just this wonderful good vibe energy, you know. And I'm really, really grateful and blessed to be here and to be part of your journeys now. I feel like we're new friends, all of us, so thank you.
Jalpa, your last thoughts?
Well, I'm also just feeling, emotional, touched. It's like a reconnection, and we're just sharing this beautiful circle of love. And yes, I think anyone who witnesses, being and living in the field of love will not choose it any other way, because then every moment is a gift in life. And there are many more gifts. Like, look at the beautiful people and the connections. Look at this circle of love. Sandra, I remember I walked into the gallery in 2013. We experienced reconnective healing sessions, and within a week that she was here, she spent 3 days with me. And look at where this beautiful friendship and connection has taken us, and that we're all here today. So these are the kind of synchronicities, gifts that you will witness and experience every day. And like I've said, no matter what happens in life, you will become like the expanse of the sky the minute we choose to be loved, because we really step back, we start witnessing things, and instead of reacting, we start responding to life. So yes, I hope that all of you are going to take home something which will help you bring about a change in your life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. I think my two takeaways, of course, the big ones is the trust, and have trust in the universe, and always choose love over fear. So thank you all for joining us. The documentary, The Million Steps for Love, is available. It's on the Cosmic Heart Gallery page. It's on the Sipping Thoughts page. It's on Humans for Humanity page. So please, please, please do watch it. And you will see not only a beautiful, beautiful journey, but it will definitely touch your heart too. With that, I wish all of you beautiful ladies and gentlemen that have joined us a very, very good night.
Thank you.
Wow.